So before starting, how do you feel the subject transportation? Is it easy or is it like tough or medium? Okay type? Or is it a very easy subject? How do you feel the subject? Of course, it's not a tough subject, right? Actually speaking, lots of tough concepts are there. But luckily we don't have that in our BE or BTech as well as in GATE syllabus. That's why we feel this is actually easy. Actually speaking, the transportation engineering is not actually a easy subject. It's a tough subject. Tough in the sense, lot of tough concepts are there in payment design and in traffic engineering. Lots of tough concepts are there. But luckily, fortunately, we are not having such things in our BTech syllabus as well as for GATE syllabus. That's why we feel it is easy and somewhat moderate. Yes, the concepts are not that much complicated. That's the good thing regarding transportation engineering. If you are studying MTech in transportation engineering, then you will understand a lot of deep concepts are there. I have done my MTech in transportation only from NIT Surathkal. So when you are doing your MTech in transportation, then you will understand how much deep it can be. Okay, in payment design and all, some questions it may be too much lengthy. Some 1 or 2 pages you have to solve. That too using many equations. We are having IRC 37, IRC 58 for flexible and rigid payment. So many things we have to consider actually for solving the questions. But the advantage is for GATE exam, the maximum mark is only 2. Correct? Previously we had that 5 marks system also. Luckily we are having only 2 marks maximum. So they cannot ask you very lengthy concepts in transportation engineering. So that's the biggest advantage we are having. Okay, let's start, right? Okay. So what about the weightage or the importance of our subject in GATE exam? For how many marks they may ask transportation? On an average 8, okay, 8 to 9. Okay, 8, okay, average I can tell around 9 marks they may ask you. In 2019 GATE exam, morning they asked for almost 9 marks, afternoon it was for 11 marks, okay. So sometimes you may get more than 10 also. Nowadays the weightage is gradually increasing. Previously they used to ask for some 6 marks, 7 marks only, 6 marks average. But in 2016 onwards, what happened, they introduced railway as well as airport. So when they have introduced that, which means they have started giving some more importance to transportation engineering. Luckily we are not having bridge engineering. Luckily we are not having tunneling also in transportation engineering. See, that's what I told, lots of tough concepts are there in transportation that you will understand if you are going for MTech and PhD and all. Not that much tough, but comparatively whatever we are having with us in our syllabus. So on an average I can tell around 9 marks definitely you can expect. If it is 10 possible. Last time I told you already they have asked for 11 marks. But see, you have already studied geotech and all, which is having more than 10 marks weightage. But the beauty of this subject is, as I told you, first of all, the concepts are not that complicated. Also, the effort you have to put to get this 10 marks is very less compared to other subjects. Of course, there are some tough questions in the previous GATE exams. You might have already gone through the previous GATE questions for all the subjects, right? 100% questions are you able to solve? May not be. It's not that much possible to solve all the questions, correct, no? Okay, so some tough questions definitely will be there in all the subjects. See, if you are solving all the subjects, all the questions, then you are going to get 100 out of 100, right? Even the All India number 1 rank is having around 90 marks out of 100. No one is getting 100 out of 100, no? So it's not that much possible. It will be possible if you are preparing like that. But still, definitely the IIT professors are putting the questions. Some questions will be tough. Okay, really tough. So we may not be able to solve all the questions. But see, if you are simply solving some 80% of the questions from each subject, simply 80% of the questions from each subject, you are going to get around 80 marks, right? 70 to 80. If you are scoring some 80 marks, definitely you will be in the top 100. maybe in the top 10 also. That's it. So don't get depressed after seeing some tough questions. Definitely some tough questions will be there, but that may be maximum one question per one subject. So in transportation also, if they are asking you a 10 marks, let it be 10 marks. This year they may be asking for 10 marks, let it be. A 2-mark question may be tough, maybe. So just concentrate on the remaining 8 marks. If you are scoring that 8 marks, that will give you a very good rank, definitely. Make sure that you are going to get that 8 marks out of 10 for transportation engineering. If you are preparing more, then it will be 10 out of 10, obviously. But it's not in our hand. Sometimes they may put some tough concepts. Sometimes what they can do, they can ask you some lengthy question also. So that is also a kind of tough question, right? You have to solve it within some finite time. If they are asking very lengthy question, and if you are trying to solve such questions, that is not a good way to attempt the GATE exam, right? Many faculties might have already told you, you don't have to do the hard work for cracking GATE exam, right? You need only the smart work. Smart work is not only in preparation, while attending the question also. If some lengthy question if you are seeing, and if you are understanding that, okay, I know this concept, but I may take some 10 minutes to solve this, then the best way to attend is just mark it for review, then go to the next question. Once you are solving all the easy and moderate questions, which you can solve within some 5 minutes, then go back to the reviewed question. Something you are put it for mark, there is an option for reviewing, no? Mark and review later. Then go back, and whatever time is left, then do such lengthy question in that time only. So purposefully they will put such questions. So if you are solving such questions, what happened? Finally you may not be getting time to take and see the last question. That you will be having 65 questions, right? 10 questions will be aptitude and the 55 will be technical. We may not be getting time to complete all the questions. We may not be getting time to see all the questions. That's the problem. So some tough questions, definitely it may be there. We don't care. Even if you are solving the medium and easy questions in GATE exam, by leaving those toughest questions, then also definitely you will be in top 100. See, our competitors, we are getting the same questions now. Maybe your competitor is also leaving the question. No problem. So once you are finishing all those easy and tough questions, or easy and medium questions, then if time is left, then go to those tough questions. Okay? But no need to get depressed. Definitely only one question may be there, or maximum to maximum 2 questions. A tough concept per year from one chapter. From one subject. So for geotech, some 15 marks if they are asking, or some 13 marks if they are asking, some 3 marks may be tough. Okay, no problem. Concentrate on the remaining 10. That's it. Okay, so if you are scoring like that from all the subjects, definitely you will be in top 100. That's it. Happy to be in the top 100. Correct, no? So in transportation also, as you said, this subject is easy and moderate. But what they may do, the questions item, what they can do, they can ask you a tough questions from here and there. Many of the concepts, while deriving, we may be doing lot of assumptions, right? In every subjects, you may be studying only the final equation. But there will be a procedure how to derive that equation. We don't require the derivations for GATE exam. But still there will be some assumptions while doing the derivations, right? So sometimes what they can do, they can tell you, just assume this thing instead of that. Then what will be the answer? So like that they can deviate you, know, in case if they want to make some tough questions. But no problem, that question will be tough for everyone. It's a competitive exam, so you don't have to score 100 out of 100 to get a good rank. It's a comparative, correct, no? So whenever you are seeing some tough questions, don't get depressed. I told you only one question or 2 questions will be tough per subject in 1 year, in one set of paper. Okay, morning and afternoon. So no problem. If they are asking for 10 marks transportation engineering this year, it can be more than that. We don't know. Trust me, you will be getting that 8 marks pakka out of 10. The remaining 2 is not in our hand. If you are preparing well, yes, obviously probability is more to get 10 out of 10. If you are not getting that much time to prepare such tough concepts, then also no problem, 8 out of 10 is pakka. Okay, so that after attending the classes, practice as many questions as possible. Okay, simply just change the value of, if you are studying something, just change one value, practice it. Why I am telling that? So many formula we are going to study. It's not like BTech or BE transportation. Thing is, in our degree courses, you might have studied a lot of theory portions, right? 80% will be theory. Only the remaining 20% may be numerical questions, like stopping sight distance you might have studied. Okay, overtaking sight distance, I don't know whether you have solved the numericals or not. But there are some small concepts like super elevation or stopping sight distance. Definitely everywhere it may be there. So like that, some less numerical portions are there, right, in our BE or BTech. But in GATE exam, it's completely opposite. 80% we are having numerical questions and the remaining theory questions. So from theory portions, they may ask you a 1 mark question. One mark question, some 2-3 questions can appear. Mainly in payment materials and all they are asking. And in the numerical portions also they are asking lot of 1 mark question. Okay, so completely it is reverse. 80% we are having numericals, then the remaining 20% theoretical concepts. Okay, and many theory portions we don't require for GATE examination. That's a good thing according to our syllabus. Okay, so directly we can go to the first chapter. First chapter is actually the geometric design of highways. But before going into geometric design of highways, I have made one more chapter before that. That is the introduction or planning, or you can tell highway alignment. What all things we have done for the better development of roads and all. That chapter simply, it's an introduction chapter, very small chapter that I have included just to let you know a few concepts. Why? Because even though it's just one word in our syllabus, 2-3 times they asked in GATE exam some questions from those introduction portions. See, GATE exam started almost some 30-35 years before, right? So that many question papers we are having, I have analyzed all those things. Just 4 or 5 times they have asked some questions from the introduction portion. Okay, so in case if they want to ask one more question, no need to take risk. We are going to cover all those introduction portions, so that in case if they want to ask any question from those portions, we will easily solve it. Okay, what is included in transportation, like railways, harbors, ports, etc. Harbor and ports are not in transportation engineering. That's what actually I told. A lot of concepts are there, theory concepts, but for GATE examination we are not having that. Railway and airport is added, but it's not railway engineering and airport engineering. If you are taking airport engineering, it's a very vast concepts. If you are taking simply railway engineering, that also very vast concepts. But for GATE examination, according to our syllabus, it's simply geometric design of railway tracks. Okay, and for airport it is airport runway length and taxiway. They have included as topics, not as chapters. Our first, as I already told, the geometric design of highways is a very vast concept. Lot of subtopics are there. Like that, a subtopic they have added as geometric design of railway tracks. There, they have already asked the super elevation questions or not. We will do such questions. We will go to the next level of such questions also. Then again some tough questions also we will see. Okay, in airport also we will see some tough questions. Okay, finally we will see. First we will see highway portions. Then we can go to the railway and airport and all. Okay, so first of all, for many of the students in BTech, you might not have studied railway and airport sometimes. Okay, and some people have not studied traffic. It may be elective. Don't worry. We'll discuss from the basics. From the basics, we'll go to the tricky questions. Okay, that also very important point before we are starting. Let me tell you one more thing. Since transportation is not that much tough, alright, better I would like to tell Such tough questions, tough concepts are not in our syllabus. Don't expect very easy questions every time. Many of the time they are asking easy or moderate, but what they can do, they may twist the questions. Some words here and there, if they are using here and there, then the answer may completely change. So such tricky questions is very much possible in transportation engineering. I'm telling possible, which means if they want to make it some twist questions, definitely easy, very easy to make it. They don't have to ask a very tough concept. They can simply twist the question by using 2 or 3 words. Okay, so like that, all the things we'll see, no problem. So at the end of the class, whatever we are having some 40, 44, 45 hours, you will be in a position to score some 80-85% of the mark from transportation engineering for sure. The remaining, let's see, it's not in our hand. In case if they are asking some tough questions, if you are having the concept in you, then it's easy to solve it. Okay, only thing is we should remember the formulae. Lot of formulas will be there. So by hearting the formula is very, very, very important thing. So who will get good score? It's not who is studying more. Who remember more will be getting more score. That's the main problem for us actually. We may not be able to recollect all the formula in the examination hall. That's why I'm telling you to make some short note, some equation book you can make. See, lots of equation books are available in the market, I know, but don't depend on such books. It will be very helpful or it will be more effective if you are doing it your own. Okay, so don't simply purchase the books and read it. Try to make a short notebook your own so that your brain will grasp such things automatically. Simply if you are writing, your brain will take it. Okay, so try to make a short notebook, revise it as many times as possible. Then only those things will be readily available in our mind in that examination hall. Okay, that 3 hours will determine everything, right? So you should remember all those things. You should remember it fast. That's it. We don't have time to waste to remember and what it was. No. So try to make some short notebooks. Read it as many times as possible. Whenever you are getting time, some 5 minutes, okay, just read it, some 2-3 formula. That's it. Your brain will automatically store it. That's it. Okay.